The invisible burden, understanding and navigating, low effort. Family dynamics: you share a heartfelt milestone or a funny story in the family group chat, only to be met with total silence. This isn't just a minor annoyance. For many, it is a recurring pattern that signals a specific type of dysfunction, the low-effort family. Unlike families defined by explosive arguments or overt conflict, low-effort families often appear calm and stable from the outside. However, beneath the surface, the emotional labor is dangerously unbalanced. What defines a low-effort family? Psychiatrists and therapists suggest that these families are defined not by how they fight, but by how they avoid. In a healthy family, members invest in one another, respect boundaries, and engage in rupture repair, the process of navigating a disagreement and making amends. In a low-effort dynamic, these essential skills are missing. The hallmarks include avoidance of depth. Conversations remain superficial to avoid the discomfort of real emotion. Lack of reciprocity. One or two members provide bids for connection, reaching out, sharing, planning, while others consistently fail to respond. Unequal emotional labor. A single person often acts as the relational infrastructure, handling everything from remembering birthdays to initiating all contact. It's not so much that the rest of the family opted out of caring. It's more that they never had to practice because someone else was already doing it. Margaret Sigel, licensed marriage and family therapist. The root causes. Why does this happen? This dynamic is rarely a conscious choice by the group. It is usually a systemic pattern rooted in history. Experts point to several underlying drivers. Generational patterns. The behavior often stems from how the previous generation handled emotions. If parents were emotionally unavailable or overwhelmed, children may have learned that love must be earned through constant maintenance. Psychological barriers. Insecurity, anxiety, depression, or a lack of trust can make family members retreat into avoidance rather than engaging. The overfunctioning trap. The person carrying the weight often does so because they learned early on that if they didn't hold things together, the connection would vanish. This creates a cycle where the overfunctioner works harder to compensate for the underfunctioners. Identifying the pattern versus communication styles. It is vital to distinguish between a personality difference and a pathological pattern. Not everyone requires the same level of constant contact, and some people simply have different communication styles. The red flag occurs when avoidance becomes the default response to anything meaningful, uncomfortable, or important. If you feel you are doing 80–90% of the work to keep the relationship alive, you are likely dealing with a systemic issue rather than a simple difference in temperament. Strategies for emotional survival. If you realize you are the primary driver of a low-effort family, just doing less is easier said than done. Stepping back can trigger deep-seated fears of abandonment. To protect your mental health, experts recommend these steps. Prioritize self-regulation. Learn to manage your own emotional responses to their silence or lack of engagement. Use grounding techniques or breathing exercises to handle the frustration that arises when your needs aren't met. Define your values. Ask yourself hard questions to regain agency. Can I accept their limitations while still maintaining a relationship? Is it healthier for me to match their level of effort to reduce my own resentment? Am I willing to invest in relationships that are fundamentally one-sided? Implement boundaries. Boundaries are not about changing others. They are about deciding what you will do. This might include limiting how often you initiate contact, not responding to group chats immediately, stepping away from conversations that feel one-sided or dismissive. Seek the third option. Family dynamics often feel like a binary choice: total estrangement or constant, exhausting maintenance. However, there is a middle ground: healthy distance. This allows you to maintain a connection on your terms without sacrificing your well-being to a system that refuses to change. Conclusion: you cannot force a family to meet your emotional needs, but you can control how much of yourself you pour into a void. By setting boundaries and seeking connection elsewhere, you can move from overfunctioning for others to showing up fully for yourself.